What's up, everybody? I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, and Z Wade Photo. And I have notes here today because if I don't have notes, then I'm going to go on a rant. I've kind of gotten away from education a little bit, but I'm going to educate you today on where not to spend your freaking money. This mostly goes out to new photographers that are shopping around for things, or perhaps experienced photographers that just want to relate. Today, I'm going to talk about MPB. Now, side note, I actually did tell MPB that I was going to put this out because I gave them basically a week after I had waited too long for my refund to get me my refund, and it went about a month later than that. So here we go. Let's get into it. So today, as I mentioned, I'm going to tell you about the nightmare that is doing business with MPB. But before I take a dump on their entire process, I do want to mention some positive things. So on their website, something I really like is the fact that shutter count on used cameras is right there, clear as day. It's just, I mean, it's there. You know, it's got the condition and it's got the shutter count, and I really like that, and I don't see that anywhere else. Now moving on to the bad things. I can set this to the side now and I can just tell you the story of what happened. Pay attention and see if you can pick out what's wrong with this story. Now, you may remember this video. This is where I had a gear meltdown and I got tired of gear and I announced that I was getting out of the gear game. That basically happened overnight, that feeling. And so the day before, I had ordered a Tamron 24-70 f2.8 G2 for the F mount. And that was going to be used on the Nikon D780 for video doing YouTube content. Well, I ordered it the day before. I selected no hurry, and so I expected it to not be at my house for, 10 days or something, because MPB is really slow if you select no rush. So I called them up the next day, literally the day after I ordered it, and tried to cancel the order before it shipped. Could not get anybody to answer the phone for like a couple of days, and so I started sending emails, and I sent a lot of emails. Nobody got back to me. Nobody answered the phone. They do have a great jingle while you're on hold. It's like it's okay, it's bumping. Okay, so back to the positives. Two positives: great shutter counts on their website and bumping on hold music. So lo and behold, I get the notification that the thing had shipped, right? And it did take about 10 days to ship. And so it took 10 days for nobody to get back to me. I finally got a response, okay, after this thing arrived. It is really hard to get the return process going. If you do it on the website, it's kind of a pain, right? And it took me a little bit to figure out what to do. And I had finally gotten somebody to respond. I said, hey, this box arrived. I tried to cancel it basically every day for the last 10 days. And lo and behold, it has arrived. I have not opened it yet. I would like to just send it straight back for a straight refund. And they said, okay, so here's the instructions on how to send it back. So I literally took the sealed box that had arrived from MPB back to the post office, and I shipped it off, got the tracking number. I sent it off on a Monday. It arrived on a Friday. I got the notification that it had arrived. And so I sent another email to the individual that had initially responded to one of my 15 or 16 emails. And I said, hey, I see that it has arrived. How long can I expect for the return process to happen to where I can get my money back? And I didn't hear anything back for like 3 days or so. And then I finally got back and they said, yes, it has arrived. It's going through the inspection process soon. And so I said, what do you mean the inspection process? It is basically still sealed in the original packaging. Is there any way we can rush this through? And they said, we'll see what we could do. So about a week after that, I hadn't heard anything. And so I called them up, and of course I didn't get an answer. I just got that bumping for about 15 minutes. I just wanted to see how long it was gonna go. And it was about 15 or 20 minutes, and I finally hung up and sent another email. This time I got an email back from somebody that was actually helpful, that actually seemed like they wanted to work. I'm not going to throw out any names, but they'll never see this. But if you do, lady, you are very helpful, and I feel bad that you work for such a terrible company. The other guy, your coworker, should be ashamed. Anyway, moving on. So the helpful lady that works at MPB genuinely tried to help, and she actually looked into it, and I got a response really quick that it was waiting to be inspected again. So it had been there for about like a week, and now I think by this point, we're pushing about a week and a half, and it still hasn't been inspected. And so it, all in all, took about 2.5 or 3 weeks for it to be inspected. And then I got an email saying everything looks good, and the refund would be, or the refund process would begin soon. And I was like, oh God, a refund process. And so basically, just to save some time on this video, over the course of the next 2 months total, okay, it took basically 3 weeks to get everything, like from the time I sent it back to the inspection process to approved for refund, right? 2 months total, okay, to finally get my money back. I was pestering them so hard. I was threatening that I was going to put them on blast. And I told them straight up, I was like, my channel is not that big, but my community is huge. I want my fucking money back in 1 week, or I'm putting it on blast. And it took about, 3 weeks after that, right? And so I don't know what is going on with them. I have heard that MPB Europe is a lot of people's favorites, but something is wrong in the United States. I'm doing like the Donald Trump thing. Sorry, I'm still frustrated. I have got my money back, but I'm still frustrated because I hate bad service. And that brings us to KEH. I'm not sponsored. Seamless, okay? Everybody calls people shills for saying, we're sponsored by KEH today. Well, you know what? I wish KEH would like rep me, because I would only rep something I like. KEH is always awesome, but MPB, oh my gosh, dude, you need to get it together. So yeah, I finally got my money back, but yeah, 2 months for something that showed up that I tried to cancel for 10 days. It showed up anyway. I sent it back, and basically for 6 weeks after that is how long it took for me to get my money back. Big freaking problem. Let me know in the comments below if you have any horror stories with any camera stores. I would love to know, because right now for me, it's B&H, Adorama, and KEH. That's it.